Hello, everybody. My name is Vanessa Ariza, and this is my functional analysis video presentation. So first, we'll go ahead and go over what is functional analysis. So when used in behavioral analysis, it is a procedure that sets out specific conditions that help to determine the function of a target behavior. So the rest of this presentation is going to be going over these specific conditions, and they include play, so known as control, attention, alone, escape, and tangible. So a high frequency of the target behavior during a specific condition can allow us to then hypothesize that possibly the behavior serves this function. And so the first one we have here is play control. So in this condition, the client is provided with access to many reinforcers at once and no demands are placed. So this can be referred to as the free play or often the baseline condition. So we're just kind of observing the client in this situation. Maybe they're in a setting with lots of different preferred, non-preferred items, and we're just observing how it is that they are interacting with these items and what behaviors they may be exhibiting or not exhibiting. Next would be the attention condition. So during every occurrence of the target behavior, attention is provided to the client. So as we know, attention can be given in various different ways. So one way can be positive attention or negative attention. We all know that whether it's positive or negative, it's still attention, right? So an example of positive attention would be, oh, let's do this instead. Or negative attention could be, no, stop, not that one. Those are examples of providing attention, but in different ways. And also eye contact also is a form of attention from another individual, right? So if the client is engaging in the behavior, they're looking at us and we're also providing that eye contact, we're still giving them that attention in that moment. So it doesn't necessarily simply just have to be verbal attention. It can still be that eye contact and acknowledgement at that moment. And alone condition. So in this condition, the client is left alone with no consequences for behavior occurrences provided. Um, However, engagement may occur to ensure safety from depending on the situation, and behaviors present here may often be automatic or sensory. So some examples of that would possibly be things like mouthing behaviors, spinning behaviors, hand flapping, right? So in these situations, no consequences are provided, and so engagement would really only occur to ensure that safety. So, for example, with that mouthing behavior, that could be a safety concern, um, specifically based on what it is that they're mouthing, right? So, if it is something too small, we may engage to make sure that there's no choking occurring, maybe provide something else to chew on. But typically, in this condition, there's not too much consequences or engagement. And next would be escape. So when the target behavior occurs, escape from demands is provided. So this can be in the form of a break. So let's say we're engaging with the client, the behavior occurs, and we say, okay, break time. If the behavior were to continue as escape is provided, escape likely, we can presume, is maybe not the function of this behavior, right? So let's say if we did provide that break and the behavior ceases, possibly is a function, right? Because as soon as they are giving that break, the behavior was no longer occurring. But if the behavior were to continue occurring, then possibly escape is not the function in this situation, right? And I believe the last one would be tangible condition. So every time the target behavior occurs, access to a tangible item or activity is provided. So the example here, every time a tantrum is observed, the client is provided access to preferred snacks, toys, and so on. Um, So, right, the premise of this is every time we see the behavior, the client is given something. If the behavior were to then stop or cease, then we can, maybe think that that would be the function of behavior, right? Because that um, met the client's needs and the tantrum was no longer occurring. However, if the tantrum were to continue even after given access to many different preferred items, I would say the function will probably not be tangible at this moment. Awesome. So that's my presentation. Thank you very much.